Hey everybody, Justin Sainer here. How's it going? This video is all about scaling, and more specifically, how to get your e-commerce business ready to scale to the moon, right? We love to scale. We love scaling here. We think it's the reward of e-commerce, right? And I love teaching my students, when you get to scaling, you've already done the hardest part. And the best part about scaling is you only do it when something works, right? The definition of scaling, especially in e-commerce, is when you have something that works, do more of whatever is working. It sounds like common sense, and it's a common sense concept in any type of business, right? Let's say you're an e-commerce business. You have Facebook ads and they're profitable. Well, guess what? You're going to spend more on Facebook ads. If you're a local business and you have a billboard and it's bringing in a lot of customers, you might get more billboards, right? It's, the most basic type of concept. And like I said, the best part about scaling is that you only do it when you have something that works. This is like investing in the stock market, but being able to go back in the future and keep what you learned, right? Hindsight is always 20/20. If you could spend $1 on Facebook ads and you return $5 in sales, how many times would you do this, right? It's a no-brainer. You do it until you don't have any dollars left. And if you know how to scale properly, you'll never be in this scenario. And again, scaling is the reward. It's the best part of your business, right? It means you have something that is working, right? And that means you've already done something great. So scaling is the reward. We want to make sure that we take full advantage of it. And some of the keys to scaling are, the obvious one is that, you need to allocate more money or more resources or more time, or likely a combination of all three. Now, this is a low risk exercise because we only scale when things are working. So we're not going to say, okay, I'm going to test my product ads here, and I'm going to scale to $10,000 in advertising. Well, that would be a horrible decision, and you'll probably lose most of your $10,000. Why? It's because you don't scale when something is in the test mode. You scale when something works. So yeah, there's always going to be a risk, right? It's a little scary. You need to put more money on the line or dedicate more time or resources to something. But again, this is the part where you get to kind of benefit from your hard work. All right, scaling for e-commerce businesses, that might look like increasing budget on ads, running ads on more ad networks, hiring more staff, giving more product away, generating more leads, sending more emails. It doesn't always directly relate to, more dollars out of your pocket in terms of cost, but it's going to, require more resource. And again, it's low risk, right? It might be a little scary. You might be nervous. But again, it's the benefit of all of your hard work. You got to put more money towards things that are working. And again, if you have ads that look like this, right? Spend $1 on Facebook ads or spend $1 on whatever you're doing and return $5, right? Then you want to do more of that. And replace those numbers with whatever numbers you need to be profitable, obviously. But the point is, if you have ads that are working and producing you profit, wouldn't you do more of them? If you send emails and every single time you send an email, you make $1,000, right? Wouldn't you continue to press the send button on the email? Right? Wouldn't you allocate more resources to creating content for email, or for scaling a product to a new inventory supplier so you can get a cheaper rate, or just buying more ads, or trying out different ad networks because you have a winning product? All of these are examples of ways that you can scale, and they're all ways you can make a lot of money. Now, what are the pain points? Obviously costs, right? Costs are going to increase as you scale, and it's really going to depend on what you're scaling in terms of how expensive this can get. Now, this is always worth it when you think of an investment, because of that idea, hindsight is always 20/20. You already know that something is working. You just want to do more of it. It's like, imagine if you invested in Apple 5 years ago and you kept it and it's made whatever percentage increase that it made, right? And then you say, okay, well, I'm just going to do more of this, right? It doesn't work in the stock market, but it can work in e-commerce, right? If you know something is working, you go ahead and do more of it. All right, and obviously you need to have more funds readily available, whether it's more ad budget, more ads, more staff, whatever it is. You need to have those funds ready to go. And really the worst thing that could happen with a scalable product is not having the resources to scale. You want to be ready. You want to be in the mindset. You want to be in the financial position to always scale, to always have those funds, whether it's scaling your budget or scaling the staff or scaling the product, whatever it is. And if you don't, it's just a wasted opportunity, because like I said, the best part about e-commerce is cashing in on the hard work of actually finding something that works, which is scaling. Okay, the hardest part of a business is finding a winning product, right? Finding something that works, that's hard. Once you do that, you scale. Okay, so the point of this video, and I'm going to show you in a second, is how to make sure that you're always ready to scale 24/7. And it's simple with 4 Streams Finance, and this is run by one of my friends. I'm going to show you his website and kind of describe what he can do for an e-commerce business and what his firm can do for your e-commerce business. And if you take a look at the link below this video, you can check them out at 4streamsfinance.com. But there's a lot that they can help you with. We're going to go over the shoulder. I'm going to show you the site and talk about how this plays into kind of cash flow for your e-commerce scaling. So this is 4streamsfinance.com, and you see the link directly below this video. And we're talking about scaling here. There's a couple different services that 4 Streams Finance can offer to help you scale your business. I'm going to go over each of them. But again, this is all about maximizing the reward of your business, and that's having something that works, scaling it, and cashing in off of it, and always being ready to scale. And again, you see 4streamsfinance.com. You can get the really awesome 4-step guide on building business credit. First of all, I highly recommend checking this out. It's a totally free guide. I learned a lot from this as well when I first jumped in here, just in terms of the importance of business credit, right? Obviously, personal credit, we all know, but business credit, equally important. And the guys over here at 4 Streams, they're real experts in terms of building business credit. And that's one of the things I'll cover. But, when you come over here and click in, again, the link is directly below this video. Make sure you grab this free 4-step guide. You could also call at any time and just get a free consultation. Everyone's going to be a bit different in terms of their needs, in terms of their financial setup, in terms of what they want to scale. So, you could easily get that consultation free, or you can get the guide for free. But I want you to come over here and pay attention to these 2 items up here, business credit and the business loans section. And currently they also do PPP loans in terms of some of that COVID relief. That's a kind of a shorter term thing. But over here, they're going to have the Business Builder Credit Program. And this is all about, and this is their first kind of main service, this is all about building business credit, right? We talk about having cash on hand. We talk about the ability to scale and potentially needing resource, right? Whether that's a loan, whether that's a credit card with a higher limit, right? Something to allow us to not be tied down by any financial constraint when we're scaling. And that's incredibly important. And I invite you to read into more about why you need business credit. But I'll give you a direct, very, very pertinent example for your business. You have a winning product. You want to scale your ads. Let's say you're spending $1,000 a day on ads. You want to spend $10,000 a day on ads. Well, where are you going to find that extra $9,000 per day, right? Maybe you put it on a business credit card that has a high limit, right? And to get that, you're going to need to have some business credit. Another big thing that you're going to find over here from 4 Streams Finance, just direct business loans, right? Cash flow loans. In terms of the idea, right, especially over here, I think this is going to be the most pertinent for you guys in terms of those who are in that opportunity to scale. If you need cash flow to scale, if you need immediate ready money for, let's say, ads or for new inventory, cash flow financing makes a lot of sense. It's just a loan type, right? It's the idea that we're going to get funds ASAP based on our cash flow to support our cash flow needs, and we're going to replace that money with other cash flow that comes in. And that's another big benefit of scaling. When you get it going, right? When you have the funding set up to start, it runs itself automatically. It's very easy because it's not like you're not making sales when you're scaling, right? You should be making more and more and more sales every single day. And what does that mean? Well, you're returning cash, right? So that cash flow is an easy way to kind of set up your loan. There's other options as well: credit lines, conventional bank loans, term loans, even unsecured financing and asset loans. But the bottom line is cash flow financing is going to probably be the most typical position that you'll be in, because you will be generating cash flow as you're scaling, right? You're scaling something that works. Maybe you're making profit, you're making sales. Whatever's working is probably making you money. You want to go ahead and do more of that. You'll return the cash as you do that. So cash flow financing, another great option that you can find from 4 Streams Finance. And, definitely take a look at the About Us, take a look at the credibility in terms of just some of the kind of history and results that you could see. And they have a huge amount of case studies as well. But you could take a look at some of their students getting huge amounts of cash, right? In terms of loans, in terms of higher limits, in terms of credit cards, in terms of, you see Visa and you see different banks, right? Different credit cards. And these are real, student approvals this is a huge amount of cash flow, right? Imagine if you were able to add a $24,000 American Express card into your business and scale off of that, right? And you see all these different, rewards cards, credit cards, bank accounts, credit limits, all these different things in terms of some real solid results that they've done. And that's the idea of increasing your business credit and being able to get a huge, credit card with a nice limit to allow you to put all of your business expenses on there, especially the extra limit to scale. And then you talk about business financing, right? Business loans. Maybe it's a cash flow loan like we talked about, because we're returning that cash with sales. You see everything from the low 5 figures up to the mid 6 figures of business loans here. And these are all facilitated through 4 Streams Finance. And again, I can't recommend these guys any higher. They have a really great team of experts. And you could literally scroll through here all day long with all these 5 and 6 figure business loans. But learn more about 4 Streams Finance. Like I said, I highly recommend them. They got a great team. You see the link directly below this video. And when it comes to scaling, right, if you have your finances in order, you're going to be ready to go and scale to the moon, regardless of what you're selling. So check out 4 Streams Finance. I know you're going to love working with them. I hope this video helps you make some money while you scale, and I'll talk to you real soon. Thanks.